Hello, hello, Taurus family. How are you doing, my earthy sign? Welcome back to Markafterme. This is my channel. I am True, and I'm going to be your guide for all of this tarot reading for July 2020. Welcome, welcome, welcome. If you are new, if you are one of my subscribers, thank you so much. But if you are not, and you've been watching all of this video, just link the bottom below because it's gonna help me a lot. You have no idea. I'm gonna explain you a little bit how I do work. Well, before, please check your moon, Venus, and ascendant if you're in Taurus, just in case this reading is not resonate with you, so you can jump into another video. So see if you can dig it in more and have more deep connection with another readings. This is a general reading, will not resonate 100% with everybody. I would love to, but will not. And on the same time, all my readings don't mean there is a settled stone. You always are gonna have the power to change. You're always gonna have a power to embrace the good and to reject what you're not looking for. You always have time to be awake, to be aware of what you really wanted to do. So it will be a tarot spread that I already have in my table, and then I'm gonna read at the end of this video a legendary affirmation card, and then you will have like a little astrology card too, because I am astrologer. Well, I'm a self-taught, but I'm astrology, and I really like to give quite a little hints over there. So I really hope you're gonna like it. I apologize to you in advance just in case my tongue get twisted. Mercury is retrograding, and I will probably mistaken some words, or I will not have the words in my head in the moment that I want to talk. So I just want to be apologize to you in advance. So I would say my way to do a reading is I pick it up two cards at the bottom of the bottom and the top of the cards of the deck when the cards jump out, and well, jumps out, yeah, what was ready, and will tell me more or less what is the main energy of this reading. So something that we need to be about, and it is pretty conflicted. I might say, I don't know how you was feeling in this full moon in Capricorn. If you didn't even feel it, but you feel quite emotional, you probably are transitioning from this new moon in eclipse that we have. We have another eclipse that it was in the full moon in Capricorn, and probably most of us, included you, feel quite off and your emotions are quite up and down and you don't know why. I leave the link in one corner over here. I think it will be here, and you will see all the information about this a new aspect in astrology and what's gonna happen with all the planets in the 5th of July onwards, because lunar eclipse, I might say, will be effect for 6 months. So don't expect that it's going to be just one day and then we carry on with the normal day, because astrology don't work just one day. I would say there's an accumulation for karma, it's an accumulation for dharma. There's a lot of things that we need to learn it for, past life, etc. I'm not gonna be here forever, but I would say if you want to check these videos all the way in the corner. So you have the 10 of Cups and the 5 of Wands. That's why I was saying you're pretty conflicted. It's something that you desire too much, but on the same time, probably your ego, and yeah, probably your ego is in the middle, I might say. You are a fixed sign, and something that you have in common with the fixed sign is the sense of ego. Sometimes everybody say ego about Leo, but Taurus have a big ego too. And that's not, I'm not saying in a negative way, but if not balanced, can be also your own ego is stopping for your own happiness, because you are not letting by for whatever reason. You're quite, I'm not even gonna say conflicting, because I don't think there's a conflict, because the 5 of Wands is quite more playful. But when you really want to achieve the 10 of Cups, which is absolutely fulfillment and emotional state, is also, I can say, the probably Taurus, my lovely bulls, you are looking for create a family, or that's what one of the main things you have in head. You want to probably build a genuine commitment with someone, and maybe not even someone. If you're a single mother or you want to be a single father, you're really thinking to adopting because you want to create a family, but something conflicting over here. I do not know why. I'm gonna just check the self-centered card, and I might say that probably will be something that you're being in your head for a very long time. Maybe you are mature enough to be and have a family, but you don't have a couple, or you maybe are already in a couple, but it's not fully working yet, because we have the Five of Wands is a card that is not fully telling you that you're gonna have the Ten of Cups easily. You probably need to fight for it. You need to fight with your own ego. That's why I'm saying kind of like an ego, because we have different type of ego. I like to talk about psychology too. And you can have so many different egos right now. It's not everything about you feel superior on other people, but probably you put and underestimate your own power. And Taurus, I have to say that you normally do. Not always, thanks God, no. But you normally put yourself down, or you try to don't excel too much just in case something happen, or you don't want to like get in the middle of the center of, you know, if you do a good job or not. Sometimes you undervalue your worth, and I do not understand why, because my lovely bulls, you are one of the most amazing signs that I have to be in task, to be working, to be consistent. You are really good at so many values, but I do think that when I got the Ten of Cups and I do the Five of Wands, you really want to have that family. You really want to have the commitment. Because I don't feel that this is going to be a journey for a work. I don't think this is going to be a job. I think you're pretty good at that. But I do feel that you really want to have this fulfillment. But this fulfillment, you need to beat it up a little bit, your ego. And that means that put it down if you think that you are better than anyone. Just calm down, put down for the hills, go back to the ground. But if you think or you feel your sense of value is quite weak, or your sense of worth, it's time to work in it. It's time to like stop to pity yourself. Even subconsciously. You need to take it a little bit more deep and dig deep in the problem sometimes. You don't like it, and stop holding grief and stop blaming yourself for things that you didn't know in the moment. May say, let me see where's in the center. The Four of Wands, yeah, you want commitment, I might say. You want commitment, you want to have a relationship, you are ready. And this is when we say Four of Wands can be like ready for marriage, ready for commitment, ready for like make the saying the next move. And I might say it, if you already have a relationship and everything is working well, vigilant your ego, vigilant your actions toward her. Stop it, toward him or toward her. We started now. And be committed, but on the same time thinking about this is a teamwork. And sometimes you like to lead and do the things in your way. If you really want to have a family, you need to understand that you have to have both ways. The person way who's with you and your way. It's not all the time what you want to do, and stubbornness can be really big difficult for you too. Like, don't make the change that you need to make a change. I know, I get it, I'm Leo. Hey, I don't like changes either, I'm a fixed sign. Welcome to the world. But in certain times, if you really want to do stuff, you need to sacrifice something. And if you really want to have a family, you really want to have this fulfillment and commitment, you are already in the relationship, it's time. If you're single, be open. Be open to like to date, to have more people around you, be observant. But before you do that, check your value, check your worth, check how you feel internally before you do anything like this. Because you are going to be pretty deep if you really want to jump into a commitment. You are secure enough. Secure enough to yourself that you really want to do it. But you need to be sure if the other person is in the same stage like you. So for that reason, you need to value, and you need to do like a little test in yourself. Let me see where it's crossover. You have Nine of Wands. I might say. You have the Nine of Wands, okay? When you got the Nine of Wands here, and I have to say with you, look. This is one of the cards that you hold grief. Look, this card jump out in Capricorn too. And earth signs are so into holding a pain for a very long time. And don't let it go. This is really hard for you, and I totally get it. But if you carry on like this is a really big opposite. And I don't want to scare you. None of this is a settled stone. You are the one who has the power to say, I have to do this, make it work. And Taurus, if you really want it, you make it work. Like, is nothing in your hands that you cannot make it work. Like earth signs, Capricorn, Virgo, and Taurus, my darlings, you make it work. But the thing is, are you able to let it go? Are you able to leave behind this self-defensive? And because you have, look, 9 of Wands, and I'm going to just show you. Look how battling is this. It's like a 5 of Wands and the 9 of Wands. You are quite beaten up. And it's not because you really like it. You have your own experience in the past that make you not trust easily. Hey, no judgment here. Absolutely get it. No one is rushing you to trust someone if you're not ready for it. But if you want to achieve to have a family, if you want to achieve to have that commitment, desirely commitment, the union that you really wanted, you must let go big part of that pain and ego that you have hurt before and someone hurt, and stop comparing it, because you are going to have the 4 of Wands, and the 4 of Wands is what you really wanted. And it is not a marriage. You really want to have a security partnership. You really want to have this partner that is absolutely a teamwork for you. It's a team player. It's someone mirroring you. You want that. Be careful. Let me see what is in subconscious. Yeah, the Wheel of Fortune. Look, this is something that you know that you can get. It's success. You say, I know I can get it. I deserve it. I really know that I learned a lot from my past relationships. I have quiet things in my head that I really want to pass through, but I know I can get it. This is just unconscious. So unconscious is a major arcana, and you have it like a Wheel of Fortune, which say you are going to have success. In anything that you put in the middle of your eyes, you are going to have success. But be careful in the way that you do it, because it's everything is that, let me see from the front of your mind, because this is unconscious, but the front of your mind is a Pentacles. Yeah, you have the 7 of Pentacles. Whatever you are planting, you already have a relationship. For example, I mean, if you are having a relationship right now, you have the 7 of Pentacles, which is, I've been with this person for X time. We are passing all this challenge together. We are growing together. We did a lot of stuff together. We like almost kill each other because we didn't understand so many things. Whatever that happened makes sense. You are picking up right now the products from it. You are picking up right now what you see, what you literally put it there. You are harvesting. Which say, if you are already harvesting from your own challenge, which is ego, which is put in defensive mood, you didn't put like a easy way to your partner to know you. You didn't build a trust relationship. That's what you will pick up, because it's what you planned. Action, reaction. That's something that we have to understand. Something that you do have a reaction after. It's like a pinball. But the thing is, like, when you have the Pentacles, 7 of Pentacles, and you're single, I might say that you already pick it up right now, your self-worth, your self-value, which I think is going to be really nice. But on the same time, you have to be really careful what you're picking up, because you're always going to have the freedom to choose. Remember that you're always free to choose. So if you're picking up things that make you feel happy, empower you, and then make you feel more valuable, and you understand what is your value, what you stand for, congratulations. But if you are feeding the ego, if you are bloated that kind of mask that you put in front of the people, and you're putting more in the 9 of Wands rather than the 4 of Wands, you're gonna have a very conflicting ways or very problematic ways to approach someone, and what you desire will be not actually what you're attracted for. And if you're in a relationship right now, I would say, if you are nourishing the soil and you are like giving the time and put your ego on another side, you will pick it up really good results. I have to say, the results are going to be absolutely beautiful. Like I can't even say that. Look, I'm just reading this and I see a lot of ego. Like, it's buzzing my head, it's buzzing my ear. Please don't hate me if you don't like what I'm saying, but ego can be as well in so many different ways to say, oh, I suffer so much, I suffer much than him or much than her. This kind of ego is also an ego as well, and can be a downhill. So don't go and hold the grief. I know that sometimes you have to because it's in your nature, but don't do it all the time. What I might say, when you do that, take it easy. Like, see what actually you learn from the lessons, you know what I mean? Rather than exactly situation that you got. Like, what you could pick it up to learn from the next experience that you're gonna get. And what you learn from this relationship right now, that's gonna help you to grow. So this is going to be, the next card is going to say the King of Swords. I'm going to show you over here. And, oh, this is something that you left behind. And I really like it because the King of Swords is a controlative, is possessive sometimes, can be in a negative way. Why? Because I think that you left behind this sharp tongue to say the truth. You know, sometimes you got that habit or that little thing that you got that is accountability, which is really good, because what you're going to do is you're going to like see what you did, what you say, if you stick with it. But when you do that and do it with the partner, and maybe your partner says something or you didn't like it, you are the one who accumulates stuff and you embottle it. You put everything in a box. You like say 1, then 2, and 3, and 4. You put everything together, and then your partner doesn't know anything, and you come and through everything. Or one day you say, okay, you wasn't stand about your words. You say you're going to do it, you didn't do it, and was that day, that time, and that minute, and that week. You know, it's good that you do it, but not every single time. And when the King of Swords is jumping out, is the way that you actually communicate with another person. How sharp, how insensitive you could be with another person when you get hurt, when you get annoyed, when you get upset. And look, I know that you have a lot of way to be angry. It's not something in your sign. Like, it's really rare that you be angry for one day to another. You're not Aries. Taurus is, you will take time to upset you, but when you do, you don't measure your words. And sometimes the relationship you have with other people. And with this relationship, the King of Swords is also the one can look at after your shoulder, can be quite bossy, and I like it because that's what you left behind. And also you left behind that authoritative figure to have and hold the truth. I really like this. I really like this, I have to say. Let me see what the near future is it. The Death card. Don't be afraid. The Death card is a really good one. You're leaving behind an old one. You're leaving behind the old you, the old way to do stuff, because you really want to achieve family. You really want to have the commitment. You are single. You need to leave behind all of this grief. You have behind all the experience that you had. You need to start a new journey, a new commitment with someone new, right? But if you're in a relationship, it's exactly the same. Like, this relationship needs a refreshment. This relationship needs to something new, something adventurous, something not too laid back. And when you get the Death card in this new future, is you are going to get anything that you want if you are able to kill what is poisoning you. If you are able to take it off what's not longer for you, serving you, it's like no useful. Death card is Pluto energy and it's a Scorpio. And guess what? It's your opposite. I know you are a calm and peaceful sign. And you don't like chaos. You don't like anything that moves your feet. You want security. But if you want security, you have to be brave enough to go deep and take it off what all of this rubbish is not apporting fruits, and not giving and not supporting your relationship that you want to have. Like, it's simple like this. If you want to move forward, you have to be more lighter. Yes or no? Like, it's no point to you to be with a bag of settled stones. It's easy for you to pick it up the Death and literally say, okay, I do have to do the same move. I have to do the next move. Let's just carry on. And I am super happy to have this, because I think you're determined to say, I don't want to keep living in the way that I'm living, and I want to make my partner or I want to meet the partner of my life. But for that reason, It's asking you, where's your ego? How your ego is going? How's your certain value? How is your, what are you, what are you stand for? Because not everything is, and I know you are not everything about money all the time and not everything about materialism. You want a genuine connection, honey. You want that. You like to bond with people and you like to give it the time. You don't like to waste time and you like commitment. But if you want someone the same like you to commit with you, first of all, you have to commit yourself with yourself first to do all this cleansing, to do all this taking off, because it's no longer serve you. I'm telling you. Let me see what's in the advice. Oh gosh. Why I'm laughing? You have the Knight of Cups. Oh my days, that's so beautiful. New relations are coming. The advice is be this charming. Convert yourself. Look, Taurus, I have to say, you are the most sexiest and the most charming sign of the zodiac. Use it. Use it at your advantage. Like, use it for you, for your thinking. You know, like, remember how this relationship started, how charming, how romantic was, how thoughtful, how, you know, you like cuddles. You're a homebody sometimes. You know, you like to cook, you like to seduce. You are ruled by Venus, the planet of love and money and relationships. This is easy peasy for you. Like, this is the advice. Becomes that Nine of Cups, becomes that charming prince or princess. Which say, if you're single, who doesn't like to be with a charming girl or with a charming guy? Who doesn't? I have to say, I'm gonna just clean it because I love charming people. I absolutely, there's something sparkling around it. Just with a little smile, they attract everything what they wanted, and this is you. So the advice is like, leave behind what the rubbish is no longer. Serve you for nothing. Like ego, jealousy, possessive, insecurities, bullshit. Take it off. Focus in how good you are with your words, how listen, how good are you. You are a really good listener. Focus in that. I think you are the, it's telling you, you are this, Nine of Cups is the Prince Charming. I absolutely love it. How other people see you. Oh gosh. Yes, Papa and Mama. You have the Knight of Pentacles. I'm getting excited. People see you as an entrepreneur, as someone who is wealthy. Also, this is not just people. Your partners see you really stable. And as someone who actually can be relied on. And someone we can build one. So you have the foundation. Someone who actually hold security, financial security, and also material security. You are the ruler of the second house, and you know about that. You know about how to create a financial security, and I do think the people see you really smart. So your job, whatever you're doing right now, is bring you enough money to make the family that you wanted. But is everything? It's not a material problem. The problem that you have is not even like psychology. It's an emotional, not even problem. Is something that you are getting yourself in the middle of the way. It's no one else. Take out of yourself off the way and proceed what you really want to do, and achieve it, because you can. Let me see what's the hopes and fears. The Page of Cups. New ways to express yourself. New ways to express your emotions. Open your mouth. My Taurus beautiful people. Males and females. Any way that you want to do, anything that you want to do, you need to communicate. How the other people are gonna know it? How other people are gonna read your mind? You need to find out ways to actually express your deepened emotions. It's going to be new for you. The Page of Cups is going to be new for you. And you are afraid. I don't care if you don't believe me or not. You are afraid to show up emotions to the people. You are afraid to show up emotions to your partner that you have already. Just in case whatever emotion that you have deeper, I'm gonna accept them. You are afraid to say your limits, for example, and what you stand for and what you value for, because you are really afraid to rejection. And I am not judging you, as I said, but sometimes you have to take a risk because you are first. But when you are with someone, when you are single right now, it's so scary for you to talk about your emotions. Find ways to talk about your deepest fears, your deepest desires, or anything related with that. You are going to be free, like you are going to put the ego in the front. And that is, I think, what you have to handle, and that's what you need to be more aware of. When you're going to put the mask up, when you're going to put the guard up, or when you're going to become vulnerable and talk genuinely for first time with someone that you like or your partner from the heart. I'm saying you have the 10 of Cups, which is family card in the beginning of the reading. Let me see what is in the outcome. 6 of Wands. Success, darlings. Success. If you are able to freaking go down to the death, remember that death is not actually a bad card. Death is one of can save your life because it's telling to get rid of something that is poisoning you. When someone is poisoning you, and also if the relationship is not working, it's telling you as well, you need to go put yourself first. But if the relationship is good and you think that is yours, a little bit trouble of communication and your emotional communication, you have to work in it. I'm telling you, if you become that Prince of Charming for the new person that coming or the relationship that you have already, you have this Prince of Charming here. If you come back to your nature, to your value, to what you know, what is your worth, because once you discover what's your worth, you then can put standards, and you can know if you are in the same level of your relationship that you're right now, or you're a little bit low, or you're a little bit high, what you have to do. But if you're already single, then you can actually compare what your own desires to say, okay, I really want to achieve this in my relationship. This is the minimum. I want a less. You always can have this kind of idea of what with who or with what type of person you want to end up. I think this is a really healthy picture in your head. They also always can be really be flexible. When you have the 6 of Wands at the end, that is a success card, which is very similar of your subconscious that you have with the Wheel of Fortune. I have to say, it's really, really good. Anyway, I'm not gonna go so far away because I really like this reading. My Taurus people, I love you so badly. Let me just say what is in the legendary affirmation card. Legendary affirmation card, sorry, is talking so bad sometimes. They say, I will get to where I want to be and enjoy the journey. Live the moment. And this is something that I want to excel as well, because what you are afraid of is open up your heart and talk about your deepened emotions for the first time. But you need to enjoy the journey. So if you start now and you keep talking and trusting someone, you will look back and you will say, wow, from the beginning and now, I'm living in the moment, which makes me enjoy every single time that I do new things. So just keep it in mind. I'm going to show you. I will get to where I want to be and enjoy the journey. I have to say, is one of the really nice affirmations. You always can take a screenshot, stop the video, and have it or write it down somewhere. This is going to be the juicy card for astrology. That say the North Node. And the North Node, just in case you don't know, is a mathematical point from the moon and the time that you get born, and say the direction of your destiny, the direction of your new life, and what you need to learn from, read a little bit of karma or the things that you are a bit comfortable with. Might say that the North Node is the outside your comfort zone. So the South Node is your comfort zone and what you are good at. And when you go out, use a new world, that is the destiny. And I really like to say this is soul school, to say learning, learning curve, fulfillment, purpose, maturing, experience, fruition, process, integrity, journey, blossoming. If you have a death card, what are you going to do after the death? Reborn, blossoming. It's a new thing. I do think that you should check your birth chart and give a little bit of, rough information of where and what house and what sign your north node was or is. Because it's going to give you a little bit information about your destiny. I would say destiny because all of us have the choice to do whatever we want in life. And even if we want to be in the comfort zone forever in life, we are not going to achieve what the north node is there. So astrology is all the time a guide, it's a map. You are the one who really want to follow the dots or say, okay, I'm not interested about it. Even if you feel it in, oh, I don't feel already that I want to do it, you will not do it. So it's not something that's inevitable, it's something that you actually can choose about it. So when you have the North Node and I talk about destiny, I'm very passionate about because I actually have my North Node in Taurus. Hi! Which makes me really go close to you and really connect with you because you teach me a lot. And what I can say is the energy of Taurus is really genuine and really patient and go very slow and approach the stuff in their own terms. But what I'm going to say is they teach me, and Taurus, you teach me, I have to say, and I teach everybody who has this North Node, is self-value and self-love a lot and self-worth. So if I could understand this from you, I totally believe that you can understand that for yourself too. So I'm not gonna do more longer this video. I'm just gonna tell you that I'm so happy to share with you this. Oh, this is a really beautiful reading. I really hope that you don't get mad at me. Just love me. But that's it. I hope you like it. Just please subscribe, like, share this video. It will be really helpful. You have no idea how much that means for me. And if you really want to contact with me, just leave me a comment below, just thumbs up, and see you in the next video. If you want to know more about the full moon in Capricorn, just link all the way in the top. And that's it. Have a lovely day and see you in the next videos. Bye bye.